Hi there, Coach Sage Canaday of SageRunning.com here with another training talk. Today we're going to talk about doing hill repeats, high intensity, shorter, specific, harder hill workouts to improve your ability to climb, to run hills, whether you're doing a half marathon trail race or 10K trail race or marathon or ultra marathon. People had asked, how do I improve my speed endurance on these climbs when I encounter hills? If it's a certain grade, sometimes you have to start power hiking, and that becomes more efficient to keep your heart rate low. But if you want to boost your fitness, you need to boost your aerobic power, your heart and lung efficiency, as well as your leg muscle strength. And you get a boost in that by doing shorter hill repeat workouts, what I'll illustrate kind of today, and some variations on that, because it's a higher intensity workout. They're hard workouts. You can make them really hard. But the idea is to be running faster and harder than your race pace. So then you could boost your thresholds and you're able to run more climbs that maybe in the past you had to walk on or you had to power hike on, you're trying to catch your breath on. But this time after doing these workouts, you get stronger, you get more fit as a runner, and you're able to run climbs and be faster on the hills. So let's get started. All right, so there's a lot of variables that come into play with hill workouts, namely how steep the hill is, what percent grade it is, as well as how many reps you're doing and how long they're going to be. Generally at Sage Running, we recommend doing anywhere from 20 to 30 second hill reps, more like power strides that are really high intensity, but then also doing 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute, even 4 minute hill repeat workouts or quarter mile, half mile, 800 meter hill repeat workouts to really boost that aerobic power and that leg strength. And so it's going to change as you progress through different weeks and months of your training. It's part of the periodization process of training. So like I said, it's all about boosting your aerobic capacity, aerobic power. So the great thing about running hard uphill is you don't have to run much faster really than your flat 5K pace, depending on how steep the hill is, because you start sprinting uphill, within 20-30 seconds, you're going to start getting a big spike in your heart rate as well as your breathing. You're going to start breathing really, really hard. And that's kind of the idea, is really trying to improve that aerobic capacity, working the heart and lungs at a very high intensity without too much impact force on the legs. Now, that being said, you're getting a lot of muscular force in your legs. You're calling on a lot of fast twitch muscle fibers, all the muscle fibers in your legs to power up the hill, right? You have to have a lot of big knee drive, as well as a push-off force, getting more up on your toes as well because of the slope and because of the fact that you're doing high-intensity running. So it works the muscles in your legs and develops your running form and power, core strength in your abdominal muscles, your hips, as well as your lower back and glutes or your butt muscles. You're firing all these muscles, so that's why that's why they always say it's speed training in disguise. You could get speed running faster on a track and on the flats, but if you're training for trail races, you get more strength, more bang for your buck doing hill repeat workouts and developing the specific running economy or running efficiency for slopes. And we're looking at about a 5 to 10, maybe even a 15% type of grade hill. You could change things up, and it depends, like I said, with the recovery time. Usually we walk back down the hill, and if it's a 30-second hill repeat, maybe you give yourself a little bit more time to walk back down and start the hill repeat again. But if it's several minutes, you're going to have several minutes recovery time between each hill rep. And an example workout of something I did yesterday was 12 by 90 seconds up a steep hill, and took maybe 2-minute recovery to jog back down, 3-minute recovery back down, and you're running at a pretty high intensity. You're getting heart rate spikes over 90% maximum, and that's really the idea with these workouts. So how often do you do these type of hill repeat workouts? Well, it depends on the context of your training, like I said, but usually you get in one quality session a week, and like I said, it might change up. You might start off doing 20 or 30 seconds, 10 by 20 or 30 seconds, more like hill power sprint strides. They can even be 10-second hill sprints. But then next week you're doing 10 by 1 minute uphill with a walk back recovery. So you might be doing them about once a week. Usually the longer duration hill repeats, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, are more specific to developing that VO2 max or aerobic power, which is more specific to longer races and really working the heart and lungs. Whereas the shorter hill repeats, especially short hill sprints up a steep hill, work the muscles in the legs more. But you're kind of working both systems when you do these hill repeat workouts. And you might even have a specific hill phase in your training, kind of after you've peaked at your weekly mileage and weekly volume at low intensity, you start sprinkling in these more intense, high intensity interval sessions, so to speak, into your training for a block of 4, 6, or 8 weeks at a time. And then you kind of change to maybe some longer all uphill tempo runs, which I've done separate talks on, 30 to 40 minute types of hill repeat workouts. And a final note on the hill repeat workouts, again, you could kind of make them as hard as you want. It could be a really grueling session where you induce a lot of lactate and lactic acid, where you're actually going anaerobic, or like hands on knees, breathing, feeling like you're gonna puke type of workout. I don't usually recommend that. Usually it's better to start more on the conservative side, have it be a more moderate effort where you get these heart rate spikes over 90%. But it's definitely, they're quality sessions. They're hard repeat workouts. It's like doing a track interval workout. And how much rest you get is the other variable. If you do a slow jog back down the hill, or you stand at the top and kind of catch your breath, it depends on the phase of what training you're in. But that's a way to improve your ability to make climbs that maybe used to be you had to power hike on or walk on. You make them runnable, and it just makes you faster in trail running. So that's kind of the wrap and the gist of hill running workouts. Again, Sandy and I've done other videos. You can check them out on our playlists. Be sure to check out our coaching website, sagerunning.com, for more training plans. Thanks to Trevor Soy for helping film this. You can check out his Instagram handle there. And yeah, hope your running's going well. And be sure to subscribe on here. Thumbs up if you like these types of videos. Stay tuned for more via 2Max Productions. Oh.